incentives.
Right.
Yes.
Somebody must be wondering, or might be wondering, why choose a golfer, for example, to champion that cause that you talked about and make it actually quarterly?
Actually, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know whether MTN has chosen a golfer. I think MTN has chosen all sportsmen and women. I mean, our history, our journey in sporting is not just limited to golf and Mayo. But particularly, I know where you're going with that question. So, of all the golfers, I think, like I'd mentioned earlier, why are we zoning in on Mayo? We appreciate Mayo has values that resonate with our brand. We believe that together we are unstoppable if we come together. Mayo has, I wouldn't want to say struggled, but he has championed a journey of being relentless. Before MTN came on board, and many other brands that we believe are going to come on board, he was actually self-financing all these tours and journeys. And that speaks to a certain level of resilience that, we resonate with at MTN. It's a value, it's a very special value that somebody would, against all odds, step out of country, go to South Africa, enroll for all these tours, and without even formidable funding, no definite source of funding, he is out there. And when he's shining and when he's making his holes in one, guess what flag he's holding? The Ugandan flag. And we thought that this would be something, an effort that needs to be appreciated. So if we could just get more Ugandans, more companies, more brands coming together to support him, we believe that through this monthly tea, we are going to give visibility to Mayo as a golfer, but more importantly as a Ugandan shining out there.
All right, and you'll be addressing to us how we can, as the public, contribute to this cause. But that after Peter tells us how exactly MTN support has impacted Mayo, both practically in terms of logistics, but also emotionally as a professional golfer. You're close to him.
Yeah, no, it has impacted greatly to him. Number one, because there's nothing that is as good as when you feel you're out there and back home, you have someone who is believing in you, someone who is pushing you, someone who is encouraging you. Right. And, MTN definitely having, coming on board, especially for Ronald, and with the campaign that they were able to dub Friends of Mayo, is one where we can say absolutely it was relief. Emotionally, he feels that back home someone is thinking about him, and what way other than really with MTN, which is the biggest champion of sport in Uganda. So emotionally, he feels appreciated. He feels that back home someone is believing in him for every other thing that he has done prior. But also on the international stage, and it gives confidence, when you're out there and what previously could have looked like a shortfall, you right now at least have something that, because it's, if you were in a place and let's say you were probably sleeping previously on the couch, yeah, and then now someone has given you, a bed, somehow fairly, you can, put the measurement, feel that the sleep will not feel, the same. It's all sleep, but at least this is one that will make you wake up when you have a bit of a more fresh mind, and you're going out there, to be able to, do your very best. So emotionally, that's what it has been able to do. For him, it has also given him much more exposure. When you have support, if you probably were not able to play, let's say, in Europe, you now have that level of confidence. You're saying to yourself, okay, because of, the support and the level of initiative that MTN has been able to take with this, you're able to really say, I can go further. We are in the, the place where MTN says together we are unstoppable. So you set your sights to a place that is what was, not be able to be a reach. And so for that, Ronald has, what it means for him definitely is he can step out there and be able to play all the other tours. that he's not been able to do so, you know, for him. And so, yeah, I think I'll say it that way.
All right, and my apologies. When we talk Friends of Mayo, I did not probably introduce to you that he's so popularly known as Mayo, Rugumayo, coming from Rugumayo. Yeah, but for you guys who are around the golfing circles, of course, you know that he's nicknamed Mayo, Ronald Rugumayo, that a professional golfer. And let me come to you, JP, again. So let's address that elephant in the room.
Yes, sir.
In terms of our public participating,
Yes.
how can we get involved? You know, I know this is a call to action that MTN already jumped on board,
Yes, sir.
but you are, in your previous address, you are telling us about your support might not be enough. We need to complement it as the public. So
Yes,
how can
sir.
we contribute?
100%. So thank you. And before I even get into that, just allow me to appreciate, you know, Ugandans who have already supported. We launched a couple of weeks ago. We had a campaign, a Friends of Mayo campaign, and we rolled out a Momo code where we were, you know, encouraging Ugandans to, and Ugandans have showed up. Ugandans are contributing it by the day. And when we rolled out that Momo code 719110, it was, you know, to galvanize our effort, to say that, okay, thank you MTN, thank you brand A, brand B, but what about Ugandans, individuals? I have my 50K, I have my 10K, I have my 100K. Is that something, can it add a little brick to this entire house of Mayo? And we said yes. So we came up with that channel through which Ugandans, and I'd like to thank everybody who has contributed so far. We still are calling upon you know, your support, and like Peter mentioned, he has various tours that he has signed up for, and it's on the basis that the confidence that he has now in the resource envelope that he is now aggressively going to sign up, and has signed up actually for these tournaments, for these tours. But on Saturday we are actually making this a little bit more exciting, because our partners, Michael, Samsung have again showed up, and they are saying we have an opportunity for the golfers at Entebbe Club on Saturday to win Samsung S25, which is really the latest Samsung device on the market. But not only just the golfers, but also the general public. So what's going to happen is any contribution that is coming through the Momo code 719110, and it is 100,000 and above, we will do a raffle draw, and we will be giving one Samsung S25 to a non-golfer. So anyone out there in the country, they could be in Kabarole, where he comes from, or Gulu, or Moroto, Jinja, wherever, that lucky one, we will have a Samsung S25 delivered to them. But also, on the very day, we will be issuing, through Samsung, our partners, as a device, an S25, to one of the players right there at the tournament, who would have, or any other patron or guest or fan who will be at the venue and would have contributed 100,000 or more through a raffle draw. So we are excited and very appreciative of our sponsors, and supporters, Samsung, and we are looking forward to many more brands joining.
All right, and yeah, that's a good, that's music to our ears. Samsung S25, you said?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, wow, that's quite interesting. Any other on-site activities and experiences
100%.
at Hall 19, as we famously call it?
I don't know whether I am torn between, Michael, whether I should really share and let the cat out of the bag, but you know, as never seen before, we are setting up a beach experience at the whole, you know, when was the last time, Michael, you were at the beach, really? I don't know. Yes.
You have me now.
So, so we are creating, and you know, the dress code is going to be, you know, tropical vibes. However, the golfers interpret that. So come with your beach wear, your vibes on vibes. It's going to be very exciting. But also we will have, karaoke. Golfers sing, Michael. There's something very strange. They sing off-key, but they sing. And we decided to throw that into the mix. We shall have Selector J on the decks. It's going to be cocktails, drinks, all at 1K, courtesy of MTN Momo. No stress.
Did you say 1K?
1K. As always has been. 1K drinks, courtesy of Momo. Basically, we are there to celebrate Mayo. We are there to say we are behind you. And Peter mentioned something about mental, emotional support. Yeah. I've begun, by the way, from your last challenge here, I decided to start playing. Yes, yes, sir. I have learned that golf is actually 70% or even more mental. Yes. At my very preliminary level, where I'm learning how to swing and whatever, mental preparedness is actually very key. And when I had him mention it, I said,